Ladies and gentlemen, the Republic of the Philippines, candidate host nation of the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Please welcome on stage Mr. Manuel V. Pankilinan, President of the Philippines Basketball Federation.
Thank you. Thank you. President Horacio Moratore, Mr. Patrick Bowman, my colleagues at the FIBA Central Board, distinguished guests, good afternoon to all of you. Mabuhay. In my life, I've had the privilege to be part of many momentous occasions. I've worked with heads of state and built companies from the ground up. But as I stand here before you today to introduce our bid, I have to say from my heart, this is the proudest day of my life. Our vision is to make a quantum leap for the World Cup, to sweep not only the Philippines, but the world in basketball euphoria as 100 million Filipinos locally and 10 million Filipinos more abroad to bear their love for the sport and ignite that love all over the world. Simply put, we are a people in love with basketball. This is our story.
My country is embodied by a beautifully rich culture that holds faith in the importance of dreams and making them a reality. My country is a contrast, from stunning shorelines to dynamic cities and rural pockets connecting the two. My country is a nation built on the core notion of love and the existence of a beating heart, or in my language, Puso. But for the Filipino people, Puso is not just a muscular chamber beating from within. It's something much greater, more powerful, harder to define. Puso is being bigger than your size. Puso is the bringing together of a nation.
Seconds to work with. Jimmy launches it.
Puso is about being heard around the world.
Wow.
Puso is welcoming with open arms. Puso is achieving the impossible with a smile on your face. Puso is about sharing with family, friends, and the whole world. Listen harder. When we follow the beating heart of Puso, it can be felt thriving all around us and in everyone. It's that overwhelming passion, that drive, that sense of pride, honor, and fearlessness we have in our hearts.
Puso!
Puso is the major reason that this will be the best FIBA Basketball World Cup.
I said Puso is the major reason this will be the best FIBA World Cup yet. And now we just have 15 minutes to tell you why. We'll tell you about the amazing venues, infrastructure, and technical ability we have in place to deliver a flawless World Cup. But operational necessities don't mean success. Yes, they matter. They have to be there, rock solid. But they are not the things that will create a true watershed in the history of our game. Those things alone cannot deliver the quantum leap that our FIBA Basketball World Cup so richly deserves. And that is what we plan to do. What you want to do. So what is it that would make a Philippines-hosted 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup so unique? You're going to meet the greatest basketball fans in the world. You're going to discover why the Philippines provides the perfect environment for this World Cup, something that you can't manufacture. It's authentic, it's very real, and it's like nowhere else. And most of all, we want to demonstrate why a Philippines-hosted World Cup gives you, FIBA, a unique opportunity to turn millions of new fans on to our wonderful game. So let me take you by the hand and show you where I was born. Welcome to the Philippines, a place that wherever we go, you will see what it truly means when an entire country is in love with our game. and how that love becomes infectious through a nation that has embraced the power of social media like no other. And we tell ourselves, this is what a FIBA Basketball World Cup is for, an opportunity to amplify our game around the world. Here is our chance, your chance, to make that happen. In the Philippines, the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup will be riding on a wave of energy, joy, and love, created by the greatest and most connected basketball fans on earth. Think about what that means. In a world where so much divides us, here's a spirit that unites us, welcomes us in with smiles, laughter, open arms. Think what the camera will see wherever it turns. A magical atmosphere in packed arenas, a true celebration of our sport. And I'm not just talking about the people in my country. I'm talking about the millions of Filipinos all over the world who will create the biggest basketball conversation on social media anyone has ever seen. One nation, one heart, one incredible party. But don't think this passion comes without a crystal clear understanding of what's required operationally. Our country has come of age. We're emerging as an economic powerhouse in Asia, full of innovation, creativity, know-how. Everyone and everything is united by one desire: to deliver the greatest World Cup ever staged anywhere, a quantum leap for the sport's showcase event. So it comes straight from my heart when I say to you, this country is born to host the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. And we're ready. Now.
Basketball has been, part of my life ever since I can remember. From a young age, being so small, really relying on that toughness and really that heart. Being a Filipino basketball player, we have such a deep passion for the game. It's built in us to have this fighting spirit. Puso, to me, as a Filipino and as a basketball player, is really the essence of what being a Filipino really is. It's our heart, it's that spirit to work hard and to compete. That's where the root of Puso comes from, and it's really built in all of us.
The FIBA Basketball World Cup will be embraced here like never before. Our host cities each offer their own unique cultural significance. Complementing the history and diversity of these Filipino cities stands our future, embedded in the sports arenas of the Philippines. We have the premier indoor venue in all of Asia, the Philippine Arena, the largest indoor arena in the world. In Pasay City stands the Mall of Asia Arena. It's a spectacular, ultra-modern arena. The proposed Seaside City Arena in Cebu City will boast a seating capacity of 16,000 and the latest in sport technology. The fourth venue, the soon-to-be renovated Smart Araneta Coliseum, is the spiritual home of Philippines basketball. We already have experience in hosting major events, but for 2019, we are planning big and thinking big. Billions of dollars are being invested over the next 4 years in major infrastructure, tourism, and entertainment, coinciding with an event plan largely based around Metro Manila. Visitors from every major city in the world can now fly directly here. From a single home base, they will find it easy to get to all the World Cup arenas in an environment that is connected, efficient, secure, smart. We will also showcase true sustainability, demonstrating the possibilities of hosting the FIBA Basketball World Cup at a new level of social, economic, and environmental responsibility. From our national tree planting program to our carbon neutral event commitment and ongoing education programs. We are a nation on the rise, an emerging powerhouse of Asia, a nation of 100 million people enjoying powerful economic growth and a wealth of new investment in our tourism infrastructure.
Passion for the game is so unique, and it's something that I haven't seen throughout the world. our entire country will do whatever they can to make this the best World Cup that FIBA's ever seen.
Our hotels are world class and with a local cuisine to match. With influences from Malaysia to Spain, our one-pot family favorites through to international restaurants are not to be missed. Whatever you enjoy, the World Cup will be more fun in the Philippines.
If the World Cup came to the Philippines, it would be historic. The great actor Al Pacino is 5'7" tall. He once said his height made him realize he had to do things differently. He had to perform with heart and head. I'm not much taller than Al. To succeed, I too have had to learn how to unite the fire in my heart with the strategy in my head. To feel big and think big. And through the years, from my boyhood to the man I am now, that's exactly what my country has done. We are boldly taking our place in the modern world. We are a country full of dreams that we've been busy turning into reality, with massive investment in our people, our cities, and infrastructure. For us, there is no bigger dream than to host the FIBA Basketball World Cup. It is a dream that helps us to focus not just on what we must deliver, but on what we wish to become as a nation. A country taking its heritage, its generosity, and its love of life confidently into the future. That's the legacy the World Cup is already creating for us. But what are the legacy we can create for FIBA and basketball? What can we do for you? We have the infrastructure. We have some of the finest basketball venues in the world, and we have the capability. But we also have something quite unique. An entire country, one united nation, waiting to welcome the world. That is the key. The difference the Philippines can make to world basketball and to the FIBA Basketball World Cup. In the Philippines, we don't have to manufacture the ideal atmosphere for a World Cup because that comes naturally. There will be an authentic and very real festival atmosphere in every street, every cafe, every venue. One nation, proud and overjoyed that the world has come to the Philippines to share our love of the beautiful game of basketball. That is our guarantee. Basketball is a balance of so many things: head and heart, passion and capability, experience and innovation, heritage and smart technology. Nothing demonstrates that more than this. It's an as-live feed that shows how our hashtag Puso 2019 is trending worldwide right now. Filipinos use social media more than any other nation on the planet. And as you can see, the conversation has already started. As tens of millions of Filipinos join in from around the world, it will become a phenomenon, creating a new generation of young fans interacting with our game. Let me leave you with one final thought. The gift that the Philippines will give to the World Cup through Puso 2019 is an experience to remember and to share globally like never before.
The FIBA Basketball World Cup will have a lasting effect on all future generations. The legacy will live on. We will create a Basketball is Life program and fund national basketball equipment distribution, building local courts in disadvantaged communities throughout the Philippines. Along with this program, the World Cup will pave a way for a number of initiatives that will serve community needs, benefit the environment, and importantly, provide opportunities for youth engagement, which will remain in place long after the 2019 FIBA Basketball World Cup. Already, our love for the sport of basketball is unsurpassed anywhere in the world. It's not just a pastime, but a rite of passage, deeply rooted in society. We commissioned independent research to help us quantify that passion. Amongst other things, the reports found that 80% of Filipino sports fans call themselves serious basketball fans. It's our dominant sports passion. And 96% of Filipino basketball fans want to see the Philippines host the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Filipino fans are more likely to buy sponsors' products than NBA fans. No more clearly has this national obsession with basketball been demonstrated than in October 2014, when a record 52,000 fans witnessed the opener of this year's Philippine Basketball Association season. According to another global report, we are also the social media capital of the world. So, with the biggest fan passion, combined with the power to spread it globally, FIBA Basketball World Cup will never be the same again.
Across my travel, I have seen incredible sights, but I have never experienced anywhere else in the world the power of the Filipino fan. I have witnessed the heart and power of the Filipino people, a power we hope to share with you in 2019.
From our heart, we say, the whole world will see how much we love basketball. Why does that matter to you and the 2019 FIBA World Cup? Let me explain. All my professional life has been about trying to understand teamwork. And what have I found? Simply this: something bigger than you must always bring you together. There must be a unifying force, something that makes you greater than you can ever hope to be alone. For me, as a coach, this is our vision for the FIBA Basketball World Cup. In the Philippines, your team, the team that will deliver the 2019 event, is an entire nation united by one dream, one shared passion for the game we love that produces something truly unique, something that is real and cannot be manufactured. A FIBA Basketball World Cup in the Philippines will leave an extraordinary legacy in my country, but it will also leave an extraordinary legacy for the world and the World Cup, amplifying our sport worldwide and creating an incredible atmosphere for the players, sponsors, the media, an environment in which basketball will be seen with fresh eyes and shared on an unprecedented scale. Creating new fans, turning new interactive and engaged audiences to the game, setting our sport up for the future, and setting a new mark for fan engagement. That's why we believe that the next World Cup must happen in the Philippines. Why we believe that basketball will truly never be the same again. And why we ask you to vote with your head and your heart. Bring basketball home, our home. Puso, 2019.
I love basketball. When I finish my homework and done helping mom, I practice playing ball. I'm pretty small for my age, but it doesn't matter. It just makes me try harder. Look at Jimmy Alapag. If he can do it, so can I. Sometimes it's so hot, none of the other kids are around. I make up things in my head. It's the playoffs. There's 5 seconds to go and we're down 1. I drive at the basket and shoot. When the ball goes in, the crowd goes crazy. I do it over and over again. I get so tired. I just want to stop and lay down. But I'm not going to be a champion by lying down. If the World Cup comes here, it'll be like a dream. I'll watch every game for sure. The whole country will. When Team Philippines play, I'll imagine myself on the court, the whole crowd chanting my name. I know every other kid will be thinking the same thing. But who knows? Maybe one day it will be me.
Strike me down if I am talking out of line. I choose to live, I choose to fly. I know it's not alright for me to ask for any promises. Hold the door, please, I'm getting out of here now.
Follow me to the open sea, to the edge of the world, to the mountain peak. Come with me, where the heavens dwell, where the sun comes by.
there is one thing that I would ask you all to take out of the last 20 minutes. It is this. Our passion for the game is a given. The world knows and understands the way that we feel about basketball. But this is not just another major global sporting event to us. This is the event. So whilst our bid sits on a platform built on a unified nation's undying love for the game, it is strongly anchored in a very clear understanding of what is required, together with our promise to you that we will deliver the most memorable and most shared FIBA Basketball World Cup in history. An event that will transcend the sport and change the game forever. Thank you for listening. Mabuhay! Puso!